Okay, good evening, everyone. We will continue with the presentation session. Then first we have Manoj. Manoj, you are not visible. Can you confirm if you can hear me? Shailja. Okay, now can you confirm if you can hear me, Shailja?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'm audible, right? Manoj, actually you are not visible. Your camera is not working. So see what is the issue, and then we'll continue with you. Okay. Your camera is actually only blank screen. Okay. Shailja, you have presentation.
Sir, is my screen is visible?
It is visible. You can start.
Good evening, everyone. I am Shailja Nigam from IIT Roper, and my project name is Doctor Search website. Now, let's begin. First, let's see the content. Firstly, I will give the introduction of my website. Now, then I will talk about the tools and techniques which are used in this project. Then after that, we will see the design of the project, and then we will see how the project will work. And after that, the demo of the project, and then limitations, and at last conclusion of the project, and then references. Firstly, let's see the introduction. I made the doctor search website in which user can search for doctors as per their requirements. User can search for doctors by entering the doctor type and by search area. And user will also get the information about doctors, like their overall experience and they are specialist in which field, so that user can easily find the doctors as per their requirements. After that, let's see the tools and techniques which are used in this project. Firstly, the design. For designing the template of the project, Figma tool is used. Then front-end part. To create the front-end part, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are used. And I use the locofy.ai tool to generate the front-end code, which contains HTML and CSS code. After that, backend part. To create the backend part, I use PHP language and jQuery to connect with frontend. For database, to store the data of all the doctors, I use the SQL database. And for hosting platform, to host the website, I use 000webhost.com platform. Now, let's see the design of the project. Firstly, it contains the navigation bar, which contains 4 options like home, consultation, services, and get started. On clicking on get started, user can redirect it to the search buttons. After that, there are search functionality, which contains doctor type and search area. After that, on clicking on search button, user can get the results. After that, it displays 3 easy steps and get your solutions. And at last, it displays the services provided by our website. Now let's move forward to the working of the project. Let's see the working of the project. Firstly, the user enters the detail of doctor type and area and then click on search button. Then the request will be sent to the backend through jQuery for getting doctor's data. After that, backend web service will fetch doctor's data from the MySQL database, which contains doctor table, which it contains all the information about the doctors and their type and area, etc. After that, data will be sent to the backend web service. From the backend web service, data will be fetched by jQuery and then display on the front end. Now, let's see the workflow of the project. Firstly, it enters the doctor type and search area, then request sent to the backend through jQuery. And after that, data fetching from MySQL database. And after that fetching data, it will display on our front end. Now, let's see the back end of our project. Now let's understand the backend code by looking webservice.php. Firstly, it contains the database details. Then it creates connection with the database. After that, it checks for the connection is done or not. If connection is failed, then it shows this message. After that, it post request, which contains 2 parameters. Like first one is search parameter and second one is area parameter. Then we have to write the SQL query, which select 4 fields: ID, doctor name, doctor information, and doctor image from the doctor's table, where the search parameters are doctor area and doctor category. After that, we can get result. Then it will check for data is present or not in the table. So it will check row wise. After that, if data is present, then it shows message doctors fetched successfully and returns true. And if it returns false, then no doctors found. And by using echo, it sends data response to JSON format. Now let's see the database. Our database contains 6 rows. Let's see the structure. The 6 rows contains first one is ID, which is primary key. Second one is doctor name. Third one is doctor information. Fourth one is doctor area. Fifth one is doctor image, and sixth one is doctor category. And these rows are stored in our table, which name doctors table. And for adding new doctor details, we can click on insert button. By clicking on insert button, we can add more doctor information. And after that, we'll see the website demo. Let's see, we have to search for general physician. Agra. Then we will get results. And these doctors have contains their overall experience information in this. And at last, our website shows the services which are provided by our healthcare app. Now let's move forward to the limitations of our project. So 000webhost.com offers a limited amount of storage space for free users, and this can be constrained. If you have a large website or need to host multiple files, then it is a very big constraint for us. And 000webhost.com displays ads on free websites, and it can cause negative impact on the users. So the free plan of the webhost.com offers basic features, but more advanced functionality may be limited in this plan. So, or we can create only 2 database of MySQL in webhost.com in free plan. After that, the conclusion of our project. We made this website for providing 24/7 healthcare service to the users. This is user-friendly website which provides various healthcare services to the users. Users can get appointment of doctor as per their requirement. User can also get search functionality by which user can search for best doctors in this area. So let's see the references that are used in our project. First one is Hackveda full stack web development playlist, and second one is web host playlist. So that's for all. Thank you.
Okay, so I hope. Okay, am I visible? Can you confirm? Yeah, Shailja.
Yes, sir.
Can you see me?
Yes, sir.
I hope now you can see me. Okay, see your presentation. It was like well structured. Okay, explanation was also good. But you can improve a lot. Okay, so you let us say when it comes to your story, you need to go in a step-by-step format, and as in like start with a client requirement, what you understood from that, and then go on to explain the further details. Right, that will be much more preferable, and it will also help you touch on details that are more important, and as well as you can be more specific about something. So let us say you did explain the design part, right? But when it comes to the database, you can be more specific. Okay, you said we have 6 rows, but there are actually 6 columns. Okay, so also touch on these details. So what I would recommend is make a script of what you are going to say, and then proofread it, and then give the presentation. Okay, see, you can give good presentation, but you need more practice, and also your PPT can be improved, right? So in your PPT, there is actually not much content, I would say. Okay, you can improve the quality of your content as well as the formatting. In the, I don't think you had any question answer side, right? There was no question answer side.
No, sir.
Yeah, so you need to include that. This is compulsory. Okay, so there are many ways to include a Q&A slide. You can simply just add Q&A and thank you slide in one slide. Let us say you can say that if anyone has any further question, they can contact me on the email, or if you have any question, then they can ask me, and then you can end your presentation. Okay, so there are many ways to end your presentation. Work on how to end the presentation. Also, your conclusion can be improved. Okay, I think conclusion was quite short, but it was okay. Okay, so there is room for improvement.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, then we'll move to yeah, Manoj. I hope now your camera is working.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, can you explain the task, please? Wait a second.
What was the name of the task?
Sir, overview of project synopsis.
Are you? Can you show me the task? Yeah. So are you from which group?
Sir, is it visible?
Yeah, it is visible.
Sir, can you explain the task?
Okay. Wait. Yeah. Let me just read it for a second. So you're from which group? You're from web developer group, right?
Web developer, sir. Web developer group
Just a
of
minute.
June 1 batch.
Okay, so you are from web developer group, then see, you have been given the technologies that you need to use, right? So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, JS, Node.js, Express, Mongo, Alpha Vintage, and use API. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you need to
Yes, sir.
use these technologies and make a documentation and as well as a simple wireframe or a simple let us say what you can do is use Node.js to get the Alpha Vintage API data, right? And using the React.js, make a chart where you can show chart of one or let us say two stock prices. Okay, that will be enough. But the most important thing is the documentation where you are supposed to give your entire process how you will create a stock market application. So do your research on how to make a stock market application. That will include how to create backend and how your backend will actually look like. Okay, plan your how the backend will look like and also plan how the front end will work with respect to the black backend, right? In the backend you are using Alpha Vintage API to fetch the data and then see how you can use front end.
So means I have to only give the order of project. I do not have to build this real time stock market application.
You don't have to build the entire thing, but build a prototype.
Okay, sir.
A simple chart application will do.
Okay, sir. It means I have to go only the overview of project.
Yeah, that is just that is the name of task overview of project synopsis. Make sure your documentation is at a level where if I submit send it to someone, they can use the documentation to create a project like an SRS document.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So for submission, I have to only submit the PPT only in chat box section.
No, make a documentation and whatever prototype you will create, let us say Figma file or wireframe, or let us say whatever you are going to create prototype charting application, upload it in the GitHub or Google Drive, send that link as well as the PPT. Okay, and then schedule the presentation. In the presentation itself, I will confirm your task. Okay, and your presentation itself because your task tells you to create a presentation, right? So I
Yes,
will
sir.
validate the presentation. So prepare a presentation at the end.
Sir, firstly, I have given the presentation to Saurabh, sir. Sir,
Okay.
now I have to give a presentation to Saurabh, sir, or you. It will be fine to
Which presentation you have given?
serve task one presentation.
You
Firstly,
can
I
give
have
it
given
to
to
anyone.
Saurabh, sir.
You can give it to anyone. You can give it to me, Akash Sharma, or Saurabh, anyone.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, then we'll move on then. Manoj, you can stop the screen share. Shailja. Sorry, you are done, right? Okay, then we have Rishu.
Uh, yeah, hello, good evening, sir. Am I visible to you?
No, you are not actually visible. Milind Rathwar, you have to submit your task in the technical support chat. Okay, now you are visible.
Yes, sir. Let me share my screen.
Okay, is it develop a Hackveda business operation script in Python?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can start.
Yes, good evening, everybody. I am Rishu Sinha from Rajiv Gandhi Petroleum Institute of Technology, and I am presenting my first assignment, that is Hackveda Office Python script, which includes web crawler and email automation. So let's move. Uh, first part is web crawler. So we'll see overview of web crawl project. The purpose of this project is to extract and analyze data from the web, and importance is to provide valuable information for various applications. Key features of this project is to collect data from a specified websites, uses keyword-based search to retrieve relevant information, and provides a list of questions related to the keywords. Objective is to demonstrate the capabilities and potential applications of the web crawler. Then what are the technical stacks which are used? So first one is Python as a programming language. Then request, which is a popular library for making HTTP requests. Then pandas, a powerful data manipulation library in Python. JSON, a lightweight data interchange format. And datetime, a module for manipulating date and times. So what are the use cases? So it can be used as a content aggregation for collecting and organizing information for multiple websites. It can also be used as market research, analyzing trends, customer opinions, and competitor analysis. It can also be used as question answering system, generating question sets for AI training or frequently asked question sections. Then for sentiment analysis, like extracting user opinions and sentiment from online platforms. Then SEO optimization, identifying relevant keywords and analyzing search rankings. Then what are the difficulties which I have faced during the project? So first one is API integration. To configuring and integrating the Google custom search API to retrieve search result. Then handling the rate limits. The API may have rate limits and the code needs to handle them gracefully to avoid disruptions. Then in parsing response, like extracting the desired data from the API response in correct format. Then next one is pagination, implementing pagination to retrieve multiple pages of the search results. And last, in error handling exceptions and potential errors encountered during the crawling process. Then I have mentioned the code explanation. I have first imported the required libraries. The necessary libraries, including request, panda, JSONs, and datetimes, are imported. Then user input, the user is prompted to enter a keyword for the search. Then API request, the code construct a search query for the entered keyword and send a request to the Google custom search API. Then response processing, the API response is passed as JSON and the total number of results and the pagination information are extracted. Then crawling results, for storing the result, the code iterates through the search result, extract the titles and appends them to a list. And the last section for the exception handling. Exceptions are caught and displayed if any errors occur during the crawling process. Then I have mentioned the potential improvements which can be done. Like it can include the login. So implement a login mechanism to track a crawler's activities and errors. Then data storage, store the crawl data in a more efficient and scalable format such as database. Then we can also add the parallel processing, utilize parallel processing techniques to speed up the crawling process by making simultaneous API requests. We can also add advanced filtering to implement the additional filter or criteria to refine the search result and collect more relevant information. Then user interface can also be built. Develop a user-friendly interface to input keywords, visualize the results, and export data. So now the second part of this assignment is email automation in Python. So we'll see the overview of automated email sender projects. Purpose of this project is to send automated emails using Python scripting, and the importance is to save time and efforts by automating email sending tasks. Then what are the key features? To send emails formatted, send HTML formatted emails with custom content. It supports attachments such as PDF files and configure sender and receiver address. Objective: to demonstrate the capabilities and potential applications of the automated email sender. So what are the technical stacks used? So as a programming language, that is Python. And what are the libraries and modules? So first one is SMTP lib. That is this library provides an interface to send emails using the simple mail transfer protocol, that is SMTP. It handles the communication with the email server. Next one is email mime.multipart. This modules contain classes for creating mime multipart message, which allow for attaching multiple parts like text HTML attachment to an email. Then email mime.text. This module provides classes for creating mime text part, specifically for plain text content. Then email.mime.base. This module includes classes for creating mime base parts, which are used for encoding and attaching binary data to an email. And the last one is email encoders. This module provides functions to encode and decode email attachment. So use cases. What are the use cases? It can be used for sending automated reports or notifications, delivering personalized content or newsletters, notifying users about account activities or updates, sending reminders or alerts for upcoming events, and sharing automated data summaries or analysis result. And at last, it can be also used for automating marketing campaigns or customer outreach. So next is code explanation. So I have imported the required libraries like SMTP libs. Email related modules are imported, and creating email contents. The code constructor on an HTML email content by iterating through a list of titles and formatting them as a list. Then configuring email parameters like senders and receivers email address as well as email subjects are set. Constructing the email message. The code creates a MIME multi-part message and attached an email content as an email body. So email sending, SMTP session is initiated with an email provider server. The sender's credential are provided for authentication. The email message is then sent to the receiver's address. And a completion message. A confirmation message is displayed once the email is sent successfully. Next, what difficulties can be faced? So first one in SMTP configuration, setting up the correct SMTP server and port for the email provider. Then in authentication, ensuring the sender's credentials are valid and securely stored. Then in email formatting the email's content to display correctly in the various email clients. Then in attachment, like handling attachments such as files or images and encoding them appropriately. Then in spam filters, avoiding common triggers that might cause emails to be flagged as a spam. Then in error handling, implementing error handling mechanism to handle connection issues or the other errors during the email sending process. And the last, I have attached the potential improvements. So first one is email templates. Create a reusable email templates for placeholders with placeholders for dynamic content. Then personalization, customize email by dynamically inserting a recipient a specific information. Then error handling, implement robust error handling to handle exceptions and provide informative error messages. Then in email scheduling, integrate scheduling capabilities to send emails at a specific dates and times. Reporting and analytics, incorporate tracking mechanism to gather data on email open rates, click-through rate, etc., and security enhancement. So to implement additional security measures such as encryptions or two-factor authentications. So it's complete. Sir, should I show the code?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So they are the codes. First, I have imported the libraries, and on executing it is running perfectly. Then this part is for web crawler, and by entering a keywords like I have added the music, then it's gives the result the number of counts related to these keywords. And the last part for the email automation, I have to enter the receiver's mail, and after entering, mail is sent to this the imported email, and it shows like process complete. So it is all about the project. Sir.
Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Just a second. See, when you are giving a presentation, try not to read from the slides. Okay, you are mostly reading from the slide. What you can do is, if you are having some difficulties, what you can do, you can add all the content in the notes section and read it from there. In the presentation view, your viewers will not be able to see what you have written in the notes. Okay, you can simply just read it, but don't just mindlessly read it. Read it in a way like you are giving a presentation. Okay, it is not good if you are just reading it, and I can also see your mouse just you are just reading from the screen. So that is not a good thing. Don't do that. Okay, work on your presentation skill. You see, your content was good. The way you have laid out your entire content is also good. Story wise, it can improve. As I said, there are a lot of improvements because you are just reading from the side. It didn't look quite good. But try not to do that. Your PPT can also improve because you are reading from the slide. There are a lot of text. You can reduce the amount of text you have in your actual slide and add all the things that you want to say in the notes area. Your communication skills are good. Add Q&A slide. There was no Q&A slide. And the overall conclusion can also improve. In the conclusion part, don't just talk about the limitation. You can include what are your findings and what are your results. Okay. In the demo part, you did show me the code, but you didn't really emphasize on the output part. So work on that. We'll move on to next person now, which is let me check. Yeah, right. Yeah. You have any more difficulties?
Yes, sorry, sir. My net was disconnected.
No, we are done with your media review. We are done. Okay, that was it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure. Sandhya.
Sir, can I give later? In my house, power is gone just now.
You give me your email in the chat because I can't find your name in the scheduled presentation list. Wait, let me see. Yeah, you are scheduled. Doctor Search website, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you can give it later. We'll move on to Babita.
Okay, now it is came, sir.
Okay, you can then continue. Please turn your camera on.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sandhya from Web Developer Group. My task is to develop a doctor search website. And these are the contents of my presentation. We will discuss about what is doctor search website and why it is needed, and what are the tools and technologies I used in this project, what are the steps involved in the project, and project demo and conclusion. So what is doctor search website? Doctor search website enables users to find their suitable doctor using by searching their specialization and location, and they can find the doctor, whether it's a primary care physician, specialist, surgeon, or any other. And then why it is needed. Suppose if a person is an unknown city and they want to find a nearest doctor in the area and they can't go out and search, they can easily find the doctor in the area by using this doctor search website. It can save their time and effort, and they can conveniently search, and then it is easily accessible, and they can choose the doctors given in the website by the doctor's experience. And these are the tools and technologies I used: Figma, Locofy AI, MySQL, PHP, MyAdmin, Postman, jQuery, 00 web host. The steps involved in my project are: first, step 1 is planning and designing the website using Figma. I used the Figma to design the website. I use this. In the website, there are 3 sections, and it is easy to use to design the website. Then step 2 is I translate the website from Figma to HTML, CSS code using Locofy AI. Then I host the website using 000 web host to make the website available to the users. And step 4 is I created the database in MySQL. And this is my database. It contains doctor name, doctor info, doctor area, doctor image, and doctor category. And I manage the database using PHP MyAdmin. Then I created the web service using PHP language. This is the PHP code I have written. Next, I test the web service using Postman. Then I connected the front end and back end by using jQuery. Then we will discuss how the project works, project demo. This is my website. If you search general physician, the searching area, we get like this. Suppose if you search the area that is not in the database, it will give like no doctors found in your area. So in conclusion, our website enables users to narrow down their search based on location and specialty. It gives their accurate and relevant search results, and it saves the users time and effort. These are the references I used. Thank you. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Okay, so I hope you are done with your presentation. See, so can you go to your conclusion slide?
Sir?
You go to your conclusion slide.
Yes.
See, this conclusion is not enough. Okay, this is too short. You need to provide more content in your conclusion. So what are your findings from the doctor search website? So your finding may be let us say based on the client requirement, you were supposed to get the list of doctor when you are adding the inputs, right? So you can include these things, and you can also include other things. Let us say uh, if it is performance voice, if it is good or not, if it is taking too much time to fetch the doctor list, right? And what are the CSS changes you have done in the last video. You need to do the CSS changes to make it go left, float left, right? It will be horizontal. So how it is affecting the user experience of your user. You can include these things in the conclusion. And this is too short conclusion. It is also not good. You need to say this information at the in the thank you slide itself. So from the entire task, what you understood, that is what you say in the thank you slide. In the conclusion slide, you conclude your findings, right? So try to be more try to do more better conclusion next time. It is okay for now, but next time I want improvement. And also when you are giving the demonstration for the project, be more specific about things. Okay, like when you enter the data, how the entire processing in the backend is happening, right? So you need to explain this in the demonstration itself. Even though you have explained it in the PPT, you need to explain it again with respect to the demonstration, right? And in the PPT itself, see, your expression was good. Okay, your the way you have done the presentation is good, but the story was not good. I feel like your task introduction was not quite good enough. Okay, so be more specific when you are giving the task intro. After your introduction, you need to be the task introduction, right? Be more specific in that. Try to lay out, or try to form a scenario. From there onward you can stretch your presentation to however you want. That will help you build a better story. Okay? And work on your project demonstration skill, because as I always say, if you are not able to demonstrate your project correctly, all the hard work that you have put in will go to waste. Okay, so work on your project demonstration skills. Okay, Sandhya, you can stop this presentation now. Babita. Is it develop a hack with the business operations script in Python?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can start.
My PPT is visible.
Yeah, it is good.
My name is Babita Bajiya from Python Developer Group. My project name is Hackveda Office Python script and task name is Develop Hackveda Business Operations script in Python. I had two tasks. First one is Google crawler for digital marketing, and second one is simple email service using Google SMTP using Python programming. Let's see first one. Google crawler is a web crawling website used by Google to discover and collect information from websites all over the internet. Google crawler works by following its links from one web page to another, collecting data along the way. They use complex algorithm to determine which pages to crawl, how often to crawl them, and what information to extract. This process allows search engine to keep their database up to date and provide user the relevant search results. Need of Google crawler. First one is web page discovery. The primary purpose of the Google crawler is to discover web pages on the internet according to the user set. Second one is indexing web pages. Then the user performs a search query. The web crawler collects information from web pages and create an index to quickly retrieve relevant information. Third one is search engine ranking. Google crawler determining the relevance and ranking of web pages in the search results. How to build a Google crawler with the Python? Building a Google crawler with Python is very easy. Here's some step-to-step information. Define your goal and identify the website to crawl. Then choose a Python library such as request, pandas, and JSON. Then write a code using this library to navigate and extract data from the web pages. Then test the code and refine it as needed. Then run the crawler and collect data. By following these simple steps, we can build a powerful Google crawler to extract valuable web insights. These are the libraries that use request library, pandas library, and JSON library. Request library allows to send HTTP request to web server and retrieves the HTML content of the web pages. Then second library, pandas library, is widely used for data manipulation and analysis in Python. JSON library. JSON stands for JavaScript object notation. JSON library in Python allows to encoding and decoding of JSON data. Let's see implementation. These are the libraries: import request library, pandas library, and JSON libraries. This is the question list which asked by user. Then take a keyword from the user. This is the sites where the data will be collected. Then convert response into JSON object. Then calculate the total pages. Then this loop is used to print output. Let's run the code. Now suppose I am searching for Python programming interview questions. It give me list of questions there which usually ask. Then I export the file in as a CSV format. This file is saved in my files like this: Python programming interview questions.csv. Then see my second task. My second task was simple email service using Google SMTP. SMT stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. It is a protocol used by sending emails between servers. When we send an email over email, client use SMTP to communicate with the recipient's email server and deliver the message. It gives more control over the email service and allows to automate the process of sending emails. These are the libraries that use. First one is the SMTP lib and second is MIME. The SMTP library in Python provides a way to send email using the SMTP protocols. It simplifies the process of establishing a connection with SMTP servers, sending email messages, and handling any error or exception that may occur. The MIME stands for Mail Multipurpose Internet Mail Extensions. This library in Python provides support for creating and encoding various MIME message type, including plain text, HTML, and attachments. Let's see its implementation. These are the libraries. First, import SMTP lib from MIME, import MIME multipart, MIME text, MIME base, and import encoder from email. This is the content which will be shown in mail when I send the mail. We have to give sender address, sender password, receiver password to send a mail using SMTP. This Google password is created by two-step verification. Then I create a SMTP session for sending a mail where I give login details of the sender. Then I quit the session. Then output print like this: email sent to receiver address. Let me run the code. I open this mail. Here is the mail which I received. This is the same content which I wrote in the code. These are the references that I used. Thank you.
Okay, so I hope your presentation is done. Okay. Can you show me your conclusion slide?
So not added.
Your Q&A slide?
What's it?
Your Q&A slide.
So your voice is not
Question and answer.
added.
Why is that? See, in the conclusion slide, add what are your findings and other necessary information that you were able to find during the presentation. Okay, try to make it meaningful. As of now, you will get less marks on that, also 0 for Q&A. Okay, it is important that you are adding that because we have made it necessary. And your PPT was good, but the thing is there was lot of text because you were just reading from the slide. Okay, try not to do that. Your explanations were good, but again you were just reading from the slide. And as per your story, it was good enough. It was step by step, but again, because your explanation were not good enough, so it overshadowed that. Okay, so work on that. And other than that, see, your PPT was good, but all the unnecessary information that you need to put in the explanation part, you can add it in the notes and only include the necessary information in the PPT slide itself. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. We'll move on to Jahnavi. Hello, Jahnavi. Okay. Imran.
Sir, I am audible.
Yeah, you are audible.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Please start.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. I do like to present about my project, doctors.
You are not
Sorry.
clearly audible, Jahnavi. Okay. Test your internet and after Imran, you will give the presentation. Fix your internet first. Yeah, Imran, start.
Okay, sir.
Tell the screen. Yeah.
Sorry, one second.
No, your screen is not visible.
Sir, my screen is visible.
Yeah, now it is visible.
Sir, now it is visible.
I can see your Zoom mid screen. Share your PPT screen or share your entire screen and then we can start. Your screen stopped sharing. You are clicking on stop screen share. Okay, after click, you are sharing the screen. Just open your PPT and start the screen. You are muted. You are muted, Imran. Now you can start.
Yes. Sir, I will assign the task of stock market application. Now I can represent it from Java
Imran,
developer.
yes, actually your voice is echoing. I think you have joined on two devices, right? So that is fine.
Okay, I
Now it
will.
is fine. You can start.
Now it is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So in this presentations contents are introductions, features we required in stock market applications, architectures of application, front-end design tools of application for stock market, back-end design tools, and deploying app and testing app, reference and conclusions. Introductions, stock market applications are used for tradings, and tradings are like buying and selling of financial instrument in order for making profit. So now let's see how to work applications and how to make it. Features in this stock market applications are like account creations, onboardings like this photo are given, data market and research to data market like about the stocks, companies stocks, order placement and executions. If any customers are order, then placed it and execute. Portfolio management, portfolio like adding some money and its detail about in this portfolio. Trading tools and its features, account funding and withdrawals. In this apps like account fundings, when any customers are add fundings, so it work proper correctly and withdrawal its times, notification and alert. uh, in this app we can send notification and alert for update about in stock market applications and about stocks, security and risk management. Security like giving him security about his account privacy and risk of management. Education resource we can add like in news sections, applications, so that customers are read it and invest his money in these applications. It help or to buy a stock, customer support and assistance. If any issue can be faced, customer so he it can be support, customer can support and assistance. Now first architecture of applications. Architecture of applications are require careful consideration like including scalability and its performance, reliability, security, data integrity. Here high level overview of how you can approach the architecture of trading applications. Now I'll add some points that require in this backing of the stock market applications like application requirement of in this trading applications such as order placement. If any customers are placed any order, so it so needs a portfolio are in his sections where he trade executions, real time market update. He can add in the education resource, so he can read in real-time data market, and its portfolio management, risk management, and reporting etc. Right technology that we can use in stock market application for making trading application. Select appropriate programming language, frameworks, and library specific based requirement of your applications. user interface and experience. Design a user-friendly and intuitive interface for traders to interact with the application, provide real-time market data updates, charts, and analytics to enable informed decision making. In user interface, we can design it with the user-friendly, so uh, traders can interface it easily. Security and compliance in this applications implement of strong security measures including encryption mode we can enable in this application like encryption mode security communications protocols such as SSL, TLS in authentication mechanisms. Follow best practice for securing sensitive user information including password, account detail and transaction data. We can add in this applications if any users are can logins logins are sign up so create a password sections and it's after completing of sign ups it's account so front interface of account detail in and in about sections we can add transactions of data we it by paid are withdrawal by customers, ensure compliance with regulatory requirements such as known your customer KYC, anti-money laundering, and data protection regulation. We can add some feature like KYC can be done by the customer PAN card and anti-money laundering data protection regulations we can apply on it. Front-end design tools of applications languages we can use for front-end designs HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Uh, Frameworks and libraries we can use in application React is a popular JavaScript library for building user interface and Angular a full-fledged JavaScript framework that provide a comprehensive set of tools for building complex applications. It offers features like two-way data binding and dependence injections and component-based architectures. Charting libraries we can use charting libraries like iChart, widely used JavaScript charting library that offer a variety of interactive chart and graphs. Chart.js. These Chart.js are simply a powerful open source of JavaScript library for creating responsive and customizable chart for real-time data and streaming of web sockets library. In these applications for providing real-time information, we can use the input output like socket IO, a popular library that enable real-time bidirectional communication between server and client. So we can easily communicate with the real-time data users. A cloud-based platform that simplify real-time communication by providing easy integration and web sockets and event direct drive functionality and some user interface libraries like material user interface. This material user is widely used component library that implement Google material design principles. It provide a set pre-designed and customizable user interface component and design a comprehensive UI library that offer a wide range of component and cohesive designs language. Bootstrap, a popular HTML, CSS, JavaScript framework that provide collections of pre-built component and responsive design. In this library, we can use in our application, so it can be user can interact with more backend design tools for this application. Programming language in this we used for backend designing application like Java. Java is most widely used language known is its stability, performance, and extensive ecosystems of library and framework. Java are used for developing some stock market applications and some frameworks and libraries for designing the applications like Django, high-level Python web work we can use in stock market applications, framework that promote rapid development and clean programmatic design. It include built object relation mapping for database interactions. SPNet we can use in applications is a framework for building web applications with C#. It provides robust development environment and rich libraries and seamless integrations with Microsoft tools and technology. And for data management systems, we can use MongoDB. MongoDB can be provide its database that provide high performance, flexibility, and scalability for handling large volume of unstructured data. MongoDB language we can use in applications for mm, managing large volume data of customers and unstructured data processing and analytics. Apache Spark is the general purpose distributed computing system that enable large scale data processing, real time analytics, and machine learning. For data processing, so we can use a Spark language for real time analytics like chart analytics and many more. Security and authentication. JSON Web Tokens is a standard for secure transmitting information between parties. JSON object often used for authentication and authorization. Testing after making the app for front-end and back-end designs, we can test in three ways: manual test, automatic test, and beta testing. In manual testing, install the app on the targeted device or emulators. We can install these applications in targeted device for testings and automated testing, unit testing, right, execute unit test to verify correctness, individual functions, modules or classes within the app. So we can verify its correctness, individual functions, modules in class within the app. We can provide beta testing, release, release a beta version, distribute a beta version on the app to limited group of testers are like upload it on the for pre-registrations on the Play Store. App deployments after completing these testings and designings, we can deploy it on Android, convert its Java integrate with Android SDK backend code for creating API that communicate with app. When we creating any apps, so can be convert on Android SDK codes, make APIs iOS and for converting iOS convert front-end code into Swift or Objective-C and integrate it with iOS and HTTP. Use the backend code to create APIs that communicate. We can use in this front-end and backend code for creating an iOS app that can be make APIs to that communicate with our apps when we made it. When we complete our app, we can submit it for submit it this app on Play Store and App Store. Difference of this presentations are YouTube, Java, Point, Google, and confluence of these applications. Trading applications allow user to trade anytime, anywhere, as long as they have intact connection. This ability empower individuals to take advantage of market opportunity and manage their investment goal. Thank you, sir.
Is your presentation done?
Yes.
Okay. Show me your conclusion slide. Conclusion slide. This is content. I am asking for conclusion. Ending conclusion slide. The last slide you have after reference conclusion.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, this slide, it is not like, giving too much information about your findings or all that information. Okay. Try to improve the conclusion slide. In conclusion, you can also like, just make a quick summary of what your entire presentation was. Maybe in a simple, like, one slide. Okay, you can do that. Try to improve the overall your conclusion. Okay, you can be improved a lot. Also,
Sir,
reference links are not really that good. Can you show me the reference link?
okay.
Go to the reference slide.
Sir, this is my first presentation.
Okay, see, that is why I'm telling you. See, in the reference slide, don't just include the YouTube. Okay, if you have used any YouTube videos, include the link of that video. Okay, and in the Java T point, whatever like page you have used, include that link of that page itself. Okay, and in the
Okay.
Google, if you have used some kind of result or something, you can include that link. Okay, try to give proper credit to anyone you have used their content or you have got like necessary uh, idea from them. Okay, and when it comes to your PPT, it was really great PPT. The content is really great. I can see that you have put in a lot of hard work. The research is really well done. Okay, but you failed to give proper presentation because you were mostly just reading from the slide. Okay, try not to read from it. See, you have clicked to add notes section in the PPT, right? At the bottom, you have clicked to add notes. You can include all that information in there. In the presentation view, I will not be able to see what you have written in click to add the notes. Okay, you can just read it from there and try to minimize the information you are putting in the slides. So only include the important point. That will improve your overall presentation. Okay, your content
Okay.
is good, but it was not well executed. So work on your presentation skills. You have a lot of potential. Okay. Yeah, sure, Imran. Then you can stop the screen share. We'll move on
Okay.
to next Jahnavi. Yeah, Jahnavi.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you give me your email first? In the chat box, can you give me your email?
Sir.
Give me your email in the chat.
Okay. Sir. I'm presenting the screen. Can you see me, sir? Can you see?
Yeah, I can see. Wait. Let me...
My task is about Dr. Sir.
wait, Jahnavi.
Sir.
Wait, just... Is it... yeah, okay. You can now start.
My task is about building a Dr. Search website. In this PPT, I'm gonna talk about the content like introduction, and in the introduction I'm going to talk about what is Dr. Search website and tools I have used it for implementation and the basic structure of the website, sir. And second, I'm going to show you about the project demonstration, and next I'm going to talk about the reference I used for this. Next, in this slide, what is Dr. Search website? It's a website like all the users can search for the doctors in need, like by entering the doctors those people's area and also the specification in certain field. It is the Dr. Search website is a user friendly website, sir, and it is with no complications, like any like it is compatible for any users, like non-educated people also can use it, like the non-coded people also can use it, sir. In this, the tools I have used are Figma and Anima, and this is the server. 00 web host is the server I use, and PHP my admin I use it for database, and this is for testing my API. The basic structure of this website is it is divided into 3 parts. In first, I used a front end. For front end, I used Figma and Anima app. In this, we can this is the Figma. This is the here. Can you see the Figma app, sir?
No. You need to share again.
This is the picture I took from Uplabs, and then I used this for implementation. And here is the frame. I divided into sections, and here by using plugins and Anima export Figma to HTML and React. This by using this, I exported the code, and here, sir, can you see my PPT screen?
Yes.
By using Figma and Anima, I implemented HTML and CSS code, and then I implemented database for my website using PHP and connected it to web server, connected into front end by using the PHP code. And these are the references I use. I'm gonna show you the demo of my website. So can you see my web page?
Yeah, I can see.
This is the website I implemented. Here we can enter the input. Here I'm taking Tanuku, and here I'm giving the input dentist. Then by clicking on the submit, here we gonna pop up screen. Here we can have the information about the doctor. This is the database. This is the information about my database I use. This is my PHP database. I uploaded the information of the doctors. So these are the files I uploaded, and this is my HTML document. Hello, sir. This is my presentation, sir. In conclusion, I do like to say that by using doctor app, you can search
Your
the
PPT is
doctor
not
in
visible,
nearby
Jahnavi.
area. Sir,
PPT is not visible.
yes, I stopped sharing my PPT because I could not. I'm having network issues. So
So,
thank you for giving me opportunities.
Okay. See, work on your presentation skills. Okay. This is not acceptable. Try to share the PPT screen. That is the most important thing. And also, I think you stopped during the demo because you were getting some kind of error in the PHP MyAdmin. So try to see what the issue was, and your demo was also not completely done. Okay. So your ending was also not fine. You say this is my conclusion. That's it. So work on your conclusion. That is not good enough. Your Q&A slide was also not there. So work on that. Your overall story was fine. You started good, but when it comes to overall, like your explanation, you can improve. Start with like client requirement, and then go on to make a scenario, and then based on that scenario, try to overlay your entire entire project or the task that you have done. Go in manner like from start to finish. What was your thought process while doing the task? That will be much easier for you to explain, also much easier for us to understand. I hope that makes sense, challenge. So we'll conclude your presentation then.
Okay, sir. Next time I will improve it, sir.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I don't think there are any more people left, and you were the last one, so we can conclude the session today. Thank you for joining. We'll start again tomorrow, 7 to 9. I believe tomorrow will be the new intern presentation. So you guys need to join a fast number session, or maybe I will be taking the session. So we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you for joining.